Hello students, this is continuation video of T3 space. Already we have studied few properties of T3 space and I have defined what is regular space and normal space also. Now in this video also I am going to explain some more properties and theorems on T3 space. So now we are going to describe the characteristic property of regular space. In this video, we are going to study characteristic property of regular space. So what is that is, x comma tau is regular, a topological space is regular if and only if given any open set G and X belongs to G, there is an open set G star such that X belongs to G star, subset of G star closure, subset of G. This is what we have to prove. For any regular space, whenever X belongs to G, there exists an open set G star such that X belongs to G star, subset of G star closure, subset of G. This is what we are going to prove. Similarly, if this condition holds good, then x comma tau should be regular. Now, necessary condition is x comma tau is regular. So, we are taking this as our data. X comma tau is regular space. So, whenever it is regular space, from the definition, for a point x there exists an open set G such that x belongs to G. G is our open set, and this implies x does not belongs to x minus G. Right? X belongs to G means x does not belongs to G dash. G dash we can write it as x minus G. And G dash is closed set. I am taking this as F. So this is our closed set. So X belongs to G. X does not belongs to F. So from regularity condition, there exists an open set Gx and Gf. From the definition of regular space, for a point x and a closed set F, there should exist an open set Gx and Gf. For convenience, I am taking it as G suffix x. Means it is subset, x is subset of x belongs to Gx. Gf means F is subset of Gf. So there exist an two open set Gx and Gf such that x belongs to Gx and F is subset of Gf. And what is the one more condition we should have? Gx intersection Gf should be null set from the definition of regular space. I hope you remember that. So what is regular space? For x and x does not belongs to F, F is a closed set. There should exist two open set Gx and Gf such that x belongs to Gx and F should be subset of Gf, and intersection of Gx and Gf should be null set. So this from the definition of our regular space. So this implies F is subset of Gf. So if we take complement on both sides, Gf dash is subset of F dash. So what is F dash? G dash is F. So if we take complement on both sides, F dash is G. So here x minus G, I am taking it as F. We can write x minus G as G dash. So here we are having G dash equal to F. When I take complement on both sides, G dash whole dash, which is G, is F dash. Therefore, F dash is G. And we are having Gx intersection Gf is null set. This implies Gx is subset of Gf dash. Gx elements and Gf elements are distinct. Therefore, elements in Gx will present in complement of this. Therefore, Gx is subset of Gf dash. So, here Gf is a open set. So, obviously Gf dash should be a closed set. So, this implies Gx closure, taking closure on both sides, Gx closure subset of Gf dash closure is equal to Gf dash, because whenever we are having a closed set, A is equal to A closure, right? If A is a closed set, then A is equal to A closure. This you studied in first sem itself. Therefore, Gf dash is a closed set. Therefore, Gf dash closure, which is equal to Gf. That is, now combine all the things. Now we are having x belongs to G, and here I am taking x belongs to Gx. Therefore, x belongs to Gx and Gx is subset of Gx closure. This will be having more elements than Gx, and Gx is subset of Gf dash, and that is subset of G. Now, what we have to prove? X belongs to G star, subset of G star dash, subset of G, right? When we replace Gx by G star, we will get the result. Put Gx equal to G star, we get the result. X belongs to G star, subset of G star dash, which is subset of G. I am not going to write this. Gx star is subset of G also. I am writing directly, which we have to prove. So conversely, if this is our data, we have to prove, this is our data, we have to prove X is regular. So X belongs to G means X does not belongs to F, a closed set. F is closed set. I am taking closed set. So X does not belongs to F means X should belongs to X minus F or F dash, X minus F. This I am taking it as G. F is closed set means complement is open set. Therefore, G is open set. So, from this condition, there exists G star such that X belongs to G star, subset of G star closure, subset of G. And what is this G? Which is equal to F dash. So this implies X belongs to G star and X belongs to G star. And here we are having G star closure is subset of F dash. If I take complement on both sides, I will get F is subset of G star closure whole complement. Now G star and G star closure whole dash is open because G star closure is closed, complement of that is open, right? Therefore, we are having, consider G star subset of G star closure. So, we are having G star subset of G star closure. If we take complement on both sides, we are having G star closure whole complement subset of G star dash, right? G star closure is subset of G star dash. This implies G star closure complement intersection G star is subset of G star complement intersection G star. Here we are having G star closure complement. What is the G star closure complement? Sorry, here G star closure complement, I am writing it as G star dash because G star dash is closed. In closed set, G star dash and G star dash complement are one and the same. So using closed property, right? So G star dash whole complement become G star dash intersection G star. So what is G star dash intersection G star? A intersection A dash is null set, right? This two set will not have any common element in between. Therefore, this is equal to null set. Therefore, we are having X and F disjoint sets which is subset of X belongs to, see here, X belongs to G star and F is subset of G star dash and G star and G star dash whole star is null set. So X belongs to an open set, F is a subset of an open set and intersection of those two sets is null set. Therefore, X comma tau is regular. That's what we have to prove. Now we'll study what is completely regular space. So we know what is regular space. Now we'll study what is completely regular space. So X comma tau is said to be completely regular if X comma tau is completely regular if and only if a closed set F in X, closed set F in X and a point X does not belongs to F, a closed set F in X and a point X does not belongs to F, there should exist a continuous mapping F such that X to 0, 1 is defined as f of X is equal to 0 and f of capital F is equal to singleton set 1. See, whenever we are having a closed set in X and a point X does not belongs to F, there should exist a continuous mapping small f such that X to 0, 1 it is defined from X to closed interval 0, 1 such that f of X equal to 0 and f of capital F is equal to 1. If there exists a mapping like this, then regular space is known as completely regular. Now we are going to see what is Tychonow space. Tychonow space or T3 and half space. So what is T3 and half space or Tychonow space means a space which is completely regular and T1 space is Tychonow space. A space which is regular and T1 is a space which is regular and T1 is T3 space. A space which is completely regular and T1 is T3 and half space. Now we are going to prove completely regular is a regular space. Completely regular implies regular space. This is what we are going to prove. So, I'll consider X comma tau is a complete regular space. This is completely regular. So, we are having complete regular space. We have to prove complete regular is regular also. Now, so since it is completely regular, there exists a point x which does not belongs to f. F is a closed set. Then there exists a continuous mapping f such that x is defined on closed interval 0, 1. And how it is defined? F of x equal to 0 and f of f is equal to singleton set 1. Now I will consider a 0, 1 closed interval 0, 1 as a relative topology, so that the sets I am having minus 1 by 3, 1 by 3 intersection 0, 1 is equal to, what is the common terms between this? 0 to 1, 3. See, here I am having 0 to 1. All the elements are here. If this is 1 by 3 and if this is minus 1 by 3, excluding minus 1 by 3, excluding 1 by 3, this is our set. What is the common between these two? 0 to 1 and open interval 1 by 3. So 0 to 1 by 3. Right? So intersection of minus 1 by 3, 1 by 3 and 0, 1 is 0, 1 by 3. And I am considering 1 by 3, 4 by 3. Intersection 0, 1 is 1 by 3, 1. Because 4 by 3 is 1 point something, right? So it includes 1 also. Now this 0, open interval 1 by 3 and open interval, half open interval 1 by 3 and 1 are open in 0, 1. These two are open in 0, 1. Since f is continuous, we are having f inverse of 0, 1 by 3 and f inverse of 1 by 3, 1 are open in x. These two are open in y. Y is our 0, 1. So this is our y, this is our x. These two are open in y. So since f is continuous, inverse of that is open in x. Also consider this intersection. It should be null set, right? F inverse of 0, 1 by 3 intersection f inverse of 1 by 3, 1 is equal to f inverse of 0, 1 by 3 intersection 1 by 3, 1. So what is the common values between this? Nothing. It starts from 0, stops at 1 by 3 and it does not include 1 by 3. But here it starts from 1 by 3 without including that point till 1. 0 to 1 means, this is 1 by 3 means, we are having 0 to 1 by 3 without including 1 by 3. Then we are having from 1 by 3 without including 1 by 3 to 1 by 1. So it is null set. Therefore, f inverse of this 2 is null set and f of x equal to 0 is our definition, right? This implies x belongs to f inverse of 0. Therefore, x belongs to f inverse of 0, 1 by 3. So this is one of the open set. Similarly, what is the second condition? F of f is equal to 1, right? So f of capital F is equal to 1. This implies f is subset of f inverse 1. Again, f inverse 1 is open set. This we can write it as f inverse of 1 by 3, 1. So there exists a point x belongs to f inverse of this. X belongs to an open set G. F is subset of another open set H and G intersection H is null set. Therefore, x, tau is regular. So, always completely regular is regular space. So, completely regular space is regular means T3 and of space implies T3 space also, because here we are having completely regular plus T1, here we are having regular plus T1. So every Tychonow space is T3 space also.